Hi, in this video we'll talk about the problem breaking vectors from the Code Night challenge. So you are given a vector R that you need to create using n smaller vectors, right? So you're given v1 plus v2 plus v3 up to vn is equal to R, and the component wise values of R are given, like the Rx and Ry. So there are only two components to all the vectors, and for each of the vectors v1 v2 v3 so on up to vn, you need to decide the component values, that is vx and vy, for all the n such vectors, such that like if you add those n vectors you get the R vector. Okay, so you need to solve this for n r n and r given, and the values of n and r are pretty small in this case. The n is 20 and rx and ry are also 20. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the idea of this problem. Okay, so when you are trying to solve such problem, the most important observation that you can think of is that the two components that you have in the problem are actually independent. Okay, so we know that when you have a vector, when you have some sort of vector, then so each of the vector is some ai cap plus bj cap, right? So when you add a lot of vectors together, so summation of all vi vectors will actually come out to be summation of vx of I times I cap plus summation of v y I of j cap, right? So this is what it will finally give you, right? Now we know that the summation of all vi vectors should be equal to the r vector given, and r is given as rx and ry. So this part has to be equal to rx, and in fact it's given in small letters, so let's use that. So this has to be equal to rx and this has to be equal to ry, right? Now these become quite a independent problem in itself, that you need to decide on the values of vxi, right? Now all of the values that you have to choose has to be non-negative, that everything has to be greater than equal to 0. So it really boils down to the problem that you are given, you have a1 plus a2 plus dot 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 plus a n equal to r. Okay, and you need to find out the number of solutions of this equation, because there are n variables over here, which all of which is non-negative. Okay, ai is greater than equal to 0, and you need to find out the sum to be some rx. Similarly over here as well. Okay, so to solve this equation, this is a very standard problem, and it's like this is a transformation of the ball and stick problem, and this is the result of this is quite famous, and I think you should know this, that the direct answer of this expression, that given n variables and the sum is r, should be equal to n plus r minus 1. That is, these many choices are there. Choose n minus 1. Okay, so these many ways are there to fill the values of a1 a2 an, so that each of them is positive and they sum up to r. Okay, now if you put that value over here, this will be equal to n plus rx minus 1. Choose n minus 1, right? And this would be n plus ry minus 1. Choose n minus 1, right? The number of ways to satisfy this part is this, number of ways to satisfy this part is this. Okay, now with these two parts, how do we get the total number of solutions for the whole equation? It's just the product of this, because any solution that satisfies this along with any solution which satisfies this will satisfy the whole equation, right? So it's like any solution over here multiplied with any solution here, so it's like a cardinality of both the solutions getting multiplied. So it's like the simple product rule of combinatorics. So you just need to take a product and you will get the answer. Now that's the whole idea. This is the whole solution, like this is just the answer. Now in this problem you need to be careful with when taking modulo. That's the only small thing that you need to be careful about. So you need to calculate the choose correctly, so you can keep factorials saved in an array. That's a very standard method. Also you can create a 2D array. You can create a 2D array and fill in the values using the combinatorial relation that n choose r. Okay, n choose r is equal to n minus 1 choose r plus n minus 1 choose r minus 1. Okay, so basically this value depends on this and this. Okay, this particular value depends on these two yellow cells, this and this. So if you traverse and save the value accordingly, you can use the values saved in a choose table and use those values over here as well. Also, you can also loop and save them in a long integer, because 40 choose 20, or in this case it would be 39 choose 19. That is also savable in LLI value, so you can create it safely in a LLI, but you need to be careful about that. So it's better to keep factorials and just multiply them. That's a very standard technique that's used in a lot of problems. Okay. So, and finally, once you get these choose values correctly from the table or by keeping factorials and getting the combinatorial values, you just need to multiply them, and then finally don't forget to take the final modulo, right? Because whatever you get might overflow the modulo, so you need to take a final modulo. So find the choose modulo given mod, find the this choose taken given with respect to given mod, multiply and take again the mod. Okay, so that should satisfy the whole equation. So these are the number of solutions that the original equation has. Okay, so that's all for this problem. Thank you.